years they talk about sinkholes opening up like this sometime, and apparently this is happening all throughout Turkey very rapidly. I didn't really realize it was quite so.
And here's the crazy thing. I read up on Turkey, and apparently they have a whole bunch of underground cities there, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But do you guys believe this has anything to do with this? Because whenever we hear about this, y'all, we never hear the ending to this, right? We'll see this, so many people will videotape this, but we never hear anything related to this. Like, why? What is this? What is this, y'all? And then there's actual books that speak about this. When we see this, you know, this is like a bad omen, you know, but in a good way, right? The endings, beginnings. But yeah, y'all, giant sinkholes open up in Turkey. Not one of them, but 700, y'all. But yeah, something is definitely happening under there, y'all. The bunkers, y'all, remember? Let me know down in the comments, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in. So how do you explain this, y'all? This guy notices it was abnormally hot in Kentucky today, y'all. And then he took his phone up to the sky, and then he looked up and he recorded 3 suns in the sky. It don't make sense, y'all. It's like 2 of them are like bright white and 1 of them is orange. But this orange one kept on glitching in and out of the sky. It kept on disappearing. Look at this. Hold on, y'all. Check this out.
Will somebody please tell me what in the world is going on? That's not a reflection. That's not. That's crazy. What is going on?
You guys can clearly see 3 light sources up in the sky, y'all. But I want you to focus on this sorbet orange one. Look at it. So y'all seen that, right? It disappeared, right? And then it's gonna come back and then disappear again. What is going on? Is this what they mean by Project Bluebeam?
Oh, of course it's back.
What is going on, y'all? Y'all seen 3-body problem? What is that? Why does this remind me of Naruto? Why does that look like a Rasengan? Why? Y'all look at this. And it's also abnormally warm around the world, not just Kentucky too, y'all. As y'all can see, there are big changes happening on our planet, and it's happening quickly. But let me know what you guys think about this video. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
Jeffrey Epstein, there's no such person. He doesn't exist. John F. Kennedy's shooting, not real. George Floyd, completely fake, never happened. In the Diddy case, okay? It's all fake, it's all make-believe. Freemasons don't go to jail. And LeBron's not human. We'll talk about the Kobe crash that it never happened. Kobe never died in a helicopter crash. Do you think the earth is round? You think voting is real? Whoever gonna be president in 2028, it's been decided a long time ago. Everything is a lie. It's weird. They have a deal in the universe that they have to tell us what they're gonna do first. Look how many presidents have blue eyes.
As of 2025, approximately 31 of 46 presidents are believed to have blue eyes.
That's a lot. What's the one thing that's universal? Numbers. I'm really good at this, you guys.
One plane
Watch.
was in the air. Despite the FFA grounding all civilian flights over the US after 9/11, one special flight was authorized. It delivered a snake antivenom for a man in Florida who had been bitten by an inland taipan, which is a snake.
Even better, keep going.
One of the most venomous snakes in the world.
See, snake, early 2019. There was a designer, his name was Kovid Kapoor. You know what his specialty was? Designing outfits with matching face masks.
Like literally, you're right.
Yeah, McConaughey, Khan. He was the one, the spokesperson. He went to the White House and he was doing a terrible acting job crying. We need to take care of this. And they laughed. They literally laughed. Like you'll see the Sandy Hook dad, a day after the shooting, he goes on the...
Never thought that I would ever be involved in something this horrible. Tony was a friend. I don't judge people. I knew he was kind of off. He showed me some of the strangest things I've ever seen in my life. And that's the first time I heard of Lucerta, a shape-shifting reptilian who looked like a normal person. He believed that reptilian lizard people were here to kill humans, to eat them, and take over. A lot of people believe this stuff. Lots of them. Tony was obsessed. And I was not to speak to anyone. And if I did, I was going to pay for it. He started telling me that something big was going to happen. Everybody's going to remember it. And on Christmas Day, when I saw the news, I knew immediately it was too late.
When you have the perfect response in your head, but your fingers just can't keep up. We've all been there. Typing, deleting, retyping. Now I use Whisperflow. I just think out loud and it creates perfect formatted text on any app or website. Whisperflow understood what I was trying to say and gave me the exact output I wanted. Check out the difference between this same sentence being dictated into Siri versus Whisperflow. Let's meet at 12 p.m. at Joe's Pizza. Wait, no, actually I can't do 12, so let's do 12:30. And instead of Joe's, let's go to Kelly's Diner. Whisperflow understood what I was trying to say and gave me the exact output I wanted. For longer texts like this email, they even formats it professionally so it's ready to go with no editing. So much faster than typing. Whether you're writing in Gmail, ChatGPT, iMessage, WhatsApp, Slack, Cursor, or anywhere else, break free from your keyboard. Do you know how much time you'll save if you quadruple your typing speed? Try Whisperflow for free on desktop and mobile.
Video saying they used to eat us. Then y'all said used to. Then I posted another video saying used to. And then y'all said in the comments like, well, it's in the fast food. Fast forward to yesterday, I'm scrolling. They're like, remember that model who ran out of that hotel one time and she was screaming, they're eating the children? Then I'm scrolling through a couple of the comments and they're like, yeah, we're all in the fast food. Melanin literally holds the keys to the universe and galaxies, and that's why people eat it and consume it. Then also y'all were like, why do y'all think there's so many black missing kids and children that no one are looking for? Then also y'all were like, one girl commented and said after her mother died, the hospital reached out, or somebody reached out to her about her mother's corneas. So they're harvesting us like cattle, putting us into fast food, grinding it, but they're eating us. Everywhere they're eating us. In the grocery store, in the fast food, at the restaurants, at Ruth Chris, at the steakhouses, they're eating us. They're eating us and our kids. I posted a video.
Things humans were never meant to see.
Might seem kind of gruesome, and kind of is. I'm going to give you a little background of what got me to this position to run this bill. So back in 2019, I heard that Washington State was starting to do human composting, and that disturbed me. I wanted to address this because what I didn't want to see.
Anybody that has the thought of spraying human remains on food needs to be removed from this planet. We need to start exiling niggas to somewhere off the planet. Send them through a portal or something. You know what I'm saying? That's just diabolical.
Is bags of compost with human bone fragments. Want to stop it getting into the human food supply. I was on a plane this summer, watched a video of some food show, and the three contestants tasted the food and they had to guess what was in it. It was some kind of a sausage, and one of the options they told these people that was in the food was human flesh.
Can you tell us the 3 secret ingredients that might be found in this amazing sausage that you made for us today?
The 3 secret ingredients that might be found in the sausage are fish liver, human flesh, or shark.
Why would that even be an option?
It's just, are those really the 3 ingredients?
Yeah, fish liver, human flesh, or shark.
Is this...
Is that a problem?
Is that?
And that's just, there's a stigma surrounding this.
We're good. Eagle cleared it. We're good. Come on, Brian, please.
All right. Yo. Thank you, Kev. Thank you very much. All right, Joe. Fish liver, shark,
or human flesh.
God help you, it better be shark.
All right.
I don't...
Chef Keith, can you tell us what is the secret ingredient in this dish?
Yes, I'm afraid you're both wrong. It is human flesh.
No. No.
Service, we're gonna make it custom. Server, you wanna. This is how you can live stream to Instagram in vertical mode using OBS. First, you wanna make sure you go to instagram.com/your account. Make sure you logged in, and then go under create live video, add the title, audience, choose public, click next. From here, you're gonna get your stream URL and your stream key. You're gonna go ahead and copy the stream URL. You're gonna go to OBS. You're gonna go under settings. I already have my camera and microphone added. And then we're gonna go to stream. And then service, we're gonna make it custom. Server, you wanna paste the server URL we just got from Instagram. For stream key, we can go back to Instagram and copy the stream key. Go back to OBS, and then we can paste the stream key. Now we're gonna go to video, and then this canvas.
Not okay. That's not all right.
The way our society's going and the direction we're going, this is going to be normalized. There's only one state in the union that
normalized for who, ma'am? Like, speak for yourself. You want to give in because you know she's probably involved in eating that shit already, and she knowingly, willingly speaking like that because there's no possibility. Like, that's not a thought in my mind. Let me know in the comments down below, dude. Do y'all share that same sentiment? I'm just asking for a friend. Hey, build me a spaceship and get off this planet.
it is illegal. Cannibalism is illegal, and that is Idaho.
People don't want to hear the truth. The truth is bitter, but we have to swallow it.
Now, I told y'all 18 weeks ago that we been eating each other. This post aged very well, ain't it? Now y'all see what I'm talking about? Mind you, cannibalism is legalized in over 48 motherfucking states. Just check out this meat chart. Just read this shit. You think it's a coincidence people making charts like this? This shit been made for a long ass time. Y'all remember watching Clone Tyrone and that boy say, it's in the food. Fuck is you talking about? It's in the chicken. It's in everything.
Losing my last brain cell in this car because I just want to know. I want to know how I've been sitting here eating this meat and I noticed a row of teeth in my shit.
Well, at least it's well seasoned. It could be an animal, but those teeth do look kind of human.
And that ain't it.
Yeah.
They got the top and bottom jaw in my shit. I just sat here and ate this food and bit into somebody.
Hey man, what's going on?
And I'm saying somebody because I don't know if this is an animal or a
What's going on, bruh?
This game, you're not ready for it.
You're in the middle of this beautiful sci-fi environment.
It's probably just Jake's paws, like fragments of his chin from when after Joshua broke it in so many different places.
It's probably nothing, but do you guys, who's this? Wait, I'll show you another one. Do you guys, who is this?
I don't know. Post Malone? I don't know.
Well, if you guessed Jonah Hill, you're right. Yeah, okay. So.
Yeah, there's so many people.
I don't want to knock bro if he out here and he just. I don't want to knock bro if he out here and he just did the right thing, but that just happened so damn rapidly. It's just. Is it a good for him moment?
Strictly speaking, it would be legal to clone me, for example, tomorrow. And this is the place it's most likely to happen, a leading IVF clinic outside of New York. Behind those walls, there are people with the technology, the ability, and the desire to genetically engineer human embryos, to be the first in the world to successfully clone a human being.
There's no doubt that human beings will be cloned.
Dr. Jacques Cohen, a leader in his field, simply needs the approval of his clinic's ethics committee to make history. So if I had the money, you had the permission, you could clone me tomorrow.
Well, I wouldn't say tomorrow. It will take a year or two. We could clone you probably within 2 years.
What you're seeing here is an actual cloning taking place at the research facility in Scotland that pioneered the technique. In theory, it's blindingly simple. Here, it's an animal. But just as easily, you can take a cell from a human, a scraping of skin will do. Then, get an egg from a female, remove the nucleus and fuse the two with a spark of electricity. And ta-da, you have an embryo. Implant the embryo in a woman, and 9 months later, you have a carbon copy of the person from whom the skin scraping was taken.
I figured out what this movie was really about, bro. What if I told y'all it's 7.8 billion people on Earth, and what if only 500 million of us were real?
We're human too, you know.
Listen to everything.
Lives, teeth, hands.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly like you. And yet, it was her
Yeah, I definitely saw this movie.
that built this place. I believe they figured out how to make a copy of the body, but not the soul. The soul remains one, shared by two. They created a third, so they could use them to control the ones above.
Bro, they was telling us about their failed experiment about how they
feel
put
like I
so
forgot
many
about that
bots
movie.
into the world. It's out of control. That's why they wanna, you feel me? Oh my god. And I know y'all seen this. Wake up!
Yeah, me and my wife just watched that.
So when y'all think about it,
phone
man,
Tyrone.
they like we don't have to eat people.
It surprised you
It's a
still.
lot
I
of
think the
theories
first
of it.
time I watched it, I think I fell
understand that
asleep.
there is human
So none of it really
flesh
made any
into the
sense.
system. It's only it's a small amount, but still, how does that get in there? And if you have an accident at a factory and the finger is in the food, can't you just remove that? Right?
What's up, man? What's going on? We just playing the game, man. Just
I don't know if I don't know if
watching
too many people
YouTube,
gonna believe that one right there.
chilling.
But they can clone what?
We getting this
The
work done.
animals and stuff.
Doing some 3D
They've
printing.
been doing the animals. Just couldn't do the humans, right? But do y'all think some of them didn't do humans, or do you think it's a whole operation underground and they prefer to eat human meat? Is there a certain type of human that would eat human meat? And they talk about them, they speak about them as what? The lizard people type ordeal? Look, I'm on these lizards' head, y'all. When I was a kid, man, I seen a lizard get up on his 2 feet and run by Fort Bragg Air Force Base. On everything I love. My brother seen it too. He can tell you the same story. We still tell people this story to this day. We was walking on the dirt road. The lizard got up on his 2 feet and ran into the woods. Now, it's not about the lizard getting up and running, because there are certain lizards that can get up and scat away, you know what I'm saying? Scurry away, you know, on his hind legs. But none where we live at. That's in Fayetteville, North Carolina. There's not a lizard that can do that the way that we seen it, because it got up like a person.
That super lizard. That's
and
that
ran
COVID-19
like a person.
lizard.
It didn't run like a lizard. That's the difference.
You happy to be alive?
We were taller than it, and we were probably like, my brother was probably like in what?
Hell no.
6th grade. I was in like 4th. Yeah, something like that. It's crazy.
Like you would design the base in
Would you be happy if you stayed where you are in life and job forever? If the answer is yes, then this video is not for you. But if you want to finally achieve the time, location, and financial freedom you know you deserve, then this
What if I told you all the presidents, and I mean all of them, were still alive? But I wasn't going to just speculate on it. I was going to...
But what if they have skin cells that they have from all of us, from going to the doctors and stuff like that, and they just make us over and over and just eat copies of us and then feed us the scraps to ourselves when they have extra from down below?
Prove it. Here's Teddy Roosevelt. Here's Robin Williams. And that's both of their wives. And here's Andrew Jackson and his wife. And, well, what if we paired a younger picture with Miss Jackson with Miss Maxwell?
Damn, are they just bringing everybody back? Hopping body getting a fresh body? I don't know, kind of seemed like...
Do you think that they might just fit pretty well down to the lips, the nose, and eye placement? And what if this goes back to our very first president and his wife, Martha? Funny how he looks a little more feminine than her. And a subscriber, Samantha, pointed out the resemblance of Glenn Close and George Washington. Funny, Glenn, especially spelled like Glenn Close, Glenn. It's a funny name for a girl. You want to see something even funnier? Here's Glenn Close's husband. And, well, do you recognize him? How about now? That's Martha Washington. Glenn Close's husband, Martha Washington. And I'm going to stop after this one for a second. Here's the 25th president, William McKinley, and I couldn't help but notice how identical he looked to Dumb and Dumber star Jeff Daniels. Oh, and the first time I ever happened to see this, they started talking about Dumb and Dumber randomly on the TV in the very first second. And you know what's even funnier than that is how he's got a little mark right there. Good old President McKinley. And oh, look at that. So does Jeff Daniels. I did a 10-minute video on this that I'm testing out for the subscribers of mine, because if anything's going to get censored and shut down and give me account bans and strikes and warnings, it's this one. And let me tell you what that whole video is about. It's how they're not human. Here's Alec Baldwin and President Fillmore. And I say they're not human, and they tell us what they are. Just like the Book of Enoch says, fallen angels are referred to as stars. Go watch the 10-minute video. I'll release it eventually, but I need to test the waters because it's a doozy, and I think it explains exactly what's going on.
You remember how the dude was like, where the stars going and stuff like that? That is very interesting to segue back into that. But when you think about it, I kind of don't agree with like the people getting cloned and like knowingly coming back as themselves. All right, unless I'm missing something, unless they're just way more highly evolved than us. Like, why would I want to keep reincarnating into this ugly ass body? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, we gotta have a PTA committee meeting or something like that, and we gotta speak about this. We gotta get me another body, or I'm gonna tell everything.
Oh, while we were all distracted with the Epstein files, the entire financial system just flipped. Like now. That's because the DTCC, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, just made the biggest move of the 21st century.
At a pace to tokenize real-world assets. And if you think about assets as software, it's natural for the industry to begin to look at blockchain as the next generation of software to carry assets, and they could.
The president and CEO of the DTCC, Frank LaSala, has just announced the green light from the SEC to tokenize everything. And if you guys have no idea who the DTCC is, let me walk this down. So they are the back office for the stock exchange, and let me give you an idea of how major this is. So their settlement and transaction volumes is $3.7 quadrillion per year. And yes, that's 15 zeros. Now, what does this all mean for the future of finance? And more importantly, what does this mean for you? This means real-world assets like gold, silver, real estate, cars will all be represented on blockchain through tokenization. Now, what tokenization is fractionalized ownership and investments. So for example, say you wanted to sell 20% of your house instead of 100% of your house, you can do so through blockchain, purchasing it with crypto. Now here's another telltale sign that things are changing rapidly, because silver has just become the third largest asset on earth, coming in at over $4.4 trillion evaluation. Now silver has hit an all-time high over 5 times just this month alone, but that's not all. Gold, oil, copper, platinum, and palladium have all surged as well. Now, what was that little thing that where assets are represented on blockchain? Oh yeah, tokenization. And let's not forget, the US has just launched an airstrike on Nigeria and all these other countries, bringing us on the brink of war. And what's that little asset that they actually use during war? Silver. Silver is what they use for satellites and tanks, submarines, fighter jets, Tomahawk cruiser missiles, AI data centers, and wiring, you name it. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram where I have more information on tokenization. Also, hit up my YouTube, The Maverick Approach, but let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
And right now, America, Europe, China, Japan, and every other major power, listen to this carefully, have all hit stage 4 at the same time.
Creators, take these 3 apps I built to run my business made with Base 44. They're ready for you as free to use templates in the link below. Let's talk productivity. As a one-man show, I have to handle everything myself, so missing a task isn't an option. I built a scheduling calendar to manage my content, and I added reminders for all the little tasks that keep things moving. Second, my community. I built a content hub where I share free assets, gather leads, and even host paid memberships. Then I added a booking system so people can schedule one-on-one calls with me. Easy. And third, creative ideation, a hub that lets the AI develop my core ideas. One section for brainstorming concepts, another for splitting content across different platforms. And I can always add more, like a title generator for videos, so I don't waste time stuck on headlines anymore. You know your workflow better than anyone, so take these 3 free to use templates I built with Base 44 and make them your own.
Listen, it's called Connect Team, and it's insane. I don't do schedules or timesheets manually anymore.
And it works?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe it. My team puts in their availability, I click auto schedule, and boom, there it goes. No more Excel, no more phone calls.
Never before in human history has this happened. The bond markets are shaking, the currencies are all volatile. Politicians are praying that no one notices the numbers, that they no longer add up. Stage 4 is not coming. We are now living inside the opening. Then comes stage 5. It's called the reset. But there is always a reset, always a new order that is born from the ashes of the old. And here's what makes this moment unprecedented. Rome collapsed by itself. France collapsed alone. Weimar collapsed by itself. Britain declined while America rose. It was always one country coming down and another country coming up. This time, all countries on both sides, the free world and the not so free world, there's no one rising. China is drowning in its local government debt. It's never going to say this, but it's a paper tiger. Europe is fractured and coming apart at the seams. Japan, demographic time bomb. America is politically frozen and insolvent fiscally. So for the very first time in world history, every major civilization has reached its peak of the debt cycle. This time, all at the same moment. No one's coming up. So what does that mean? Well, for the very first time in human history, it means when it arrives, it's not going to be regional. It will be global. It's not going to be slow. It'll be systemic. It'll be everywhere.
And so that's Glenn Beck, in case you were unaware, but he's talking about something that he is observing. And he's, you know, I think he's spot on with what he's talking about here. But as a disclaimer, Glenn Beck is a Mormon. He believes that Jesus was created and that Jesus and Lucifer are brothers. And so that is something to consider when you listen to him. But with that in mind, I want you to your power arose, but now
Sure that you'll ever have another election. This will be
at the fact that makes this different.
Kind of scary how much it seems like they're almost intentionally hinting at the fact that something could be coming to an end soon.
Folks, enjoy what may be your last Christmas. Folks, enjoy what may be your last Christmas.
Remember?
This will be the last election. That's my prediction. This will be the last election. That's my prediction. And I'm not sure that you'll ever have another election in this country. Does that make sense? I don't think you're going to have another election in this country. If we don't win this election, I don't think you're going to have another election, or certainly not an election that's meaningful. You don't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine.
Welcome to live, y'all. Still alive. What's up?
My beautiful Christians, I love you, Christians. I'm not Christian.
Here, what's up? How many days until Christmas next year?
There aren't any Christmas holidays in 2026.
Like, we've been feeling like something just isn't right. And then they just keep hinting at things like they know something that we don't. And the thing he said on Christmas, that's what really got me thinking. Why would he just say, enjoy it, this may be your last Christmas? And then all the stuff that he's constantly posting on his Truth Social. Something big is definitely right around the corner, and we gotta be ready for it.
Tucker Carlson said Trump might be assassinated if he didn't choose JD Vance. Why did JD Vance take $15 million from a gay billionaire government military contractor, and why does he love India so much? JD Vance met Peter Thiel at 2011 at Yale, calls it the most significant experience of his life. Peter Thiel defers to Israel and makes military weapons and surveillance tools. Peter Thiel hires him to work at Mithril at 2015. Vance befriends Vivek Ramaswamy and Usha Vance at Yale, marries Usha Vance, and wrote a book about how he was embarrassed to be white, how he needs to marry outside his race, and how he thought he was gay when he was younger. He publishes it through HarperCollins, owned by News Corp, owned by Rupert Murdoch. His book gets promoted in Wall Street Journal, also owned by News Corp, owned by Rupert Murdoch, then gets promoted by NPR and PBS, which both get US government funding. Both companies used to be a part of one company, which Tucker Carlson's dad used to be the CEO of. Book gets promoted in Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos, and he gets promoted by American Enterprise Institute, run by Betsy DeVos, Eric Prince's sister. Eric Prince and Thiel are military contractors that both invested in Trump and invested in Carbine, an Israeli company run by former Israeli President Ehud Barak, who had 100,000 emails with Epstein. After JD Vance and his co-worker Colin Greenspan leave Mithril, owned by Peter Thiel, they join the Rise of the Rest initiative, funded by Jeff Bezos, Sean Parker, an executive at Founders Fund, owned by Peter Thiel, Kravis from Kohlberg & Co., John Doerr from Kleiner Perkins, Michael Milken, who was pardoned by Trump for securities fraud, David Rubenstein, the co-founder of Carlyle. The other co-founder started American Enterprise Institute, which JD Vance was invited to earlier to promote his book, Eric Schmidt, CEO of Google, Jim Barksdale, CEO at Netscape, Steve Casey, co-founder at AOL, which was then bought by Netscape, Ted Leonsis, president of AOL, which was then bought by Netscape, and his managing partner there was Colin Greenspan, who also worked at Peter Thiel's Mithril. 3 years after working there, JD and Colin Greenspan founded a company called Narya with investors Peter Thiel, Eric Schmidt from Google and Rise of the Rest, Scott Dorsey from Rise of the Rest, Mark Andreessen, founder of Andreessen Horowitz and Netscape, who invest in a bunch of these military contractors. And
I thought he was a conehead, yeah.
Narya
Now I use Whisperflow. I just think out loud and it creates perfect formatted text on any app or website. Whisperflow understood what I was trying to say and gave me the exact output I wanted. Check out the difference between this same sentence being dictated into Siri versus Whisperflow. Let's meet at 12 p.m. at Joe's Pizza. Wait, no, actually I can't do 12, so let's do 12:30. And instead of Joe's, let's go to Kelly's Diner. Whisperflow understood what I was trying to say and gave me the exact output I wanted. For longer texts like this email, they even formats it professionally so it's ready to go with no editing. So much faster than typing. Whether you're writing in Gmail, ChatGPT, iMessage, WhatsApp, Slack, Cursor, or anywhere else, break free from your keyboard. Do you know how much time you'll save if you quadruple your typing speed? Try Whisperflow for free on desktop and mobile.
This AI tool will take your idea and create a complete book, complete with design, images, layout, everything, including the content, literally in a few minutes. Watch this. So I'm using Designer, which will import content from your blog, from a Google Doc or a Word doc, or even a YouTube, depending on the plan you choose. For now, I'm going to use WordGenie, the AI feature. So all I need to do is give it an idea and then click on next. And then just tell WordGenie what audience am I targeting my book towards. Then it'll just show me a selection of titles, which I'll just choose one that catches my eye. Then it'll suggest the outline for my book, which I'm free to edit as I see fit. And now the magic happens. It will generate the full content of the ebook ready for me